Okay, so tomorrow's the 4th of July, and then next week is our one of our 2 dark weeks of the season. We usually take one around this time of year. So this what's more likely is going to have to count. Double. Hit it.
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
All right, Christopher, what do you have over there?
Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Pre-4th of July. Everybody good?
Thank you.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, yo?
Hey, man. Good. Is it more likely either Micah Parsons or
Micah.
TJ Watt get a new deal before August 1st, or one of them misses week 1?
Neither are missing week 1, so I'll go with the first part of it. But I don't think either of them are going to get one before August. I mean,
It's a whole month away.
Dude, with Jerry Jones, who knows? Right?
Right.
I mean, we all knew CeeDee Lamb had to be signed, and we all knew Dak Prescott had to be signed, and CD got done at least relatively before the beginning of the season.
He didn't press them for the most money either.
And if I'm not mistaken, Dak signed his contract in Cleveland right before week 1's opener last year. So, but neither of them are going to miss week 1.
Settle down just a little bit.
Neither of them are missing week 1. Personally, I think it's just we know Mike is going to get done. Do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Same thing with TJ Watt.
Do it.
You know, let's not have any hold in or hold out for TJ. But I think Micah is going to show. I mean, at Fanatics Fest, that man did not appear to be tight, concerned whatsoever.
Yeah, what did he tell you, TJ?
He told me to just hold on.
Hold on. Yep. Like
For dear life?
Wilson
Or-
Phillips.
Well, no, I told him that there was a lot of noise about me leaving the nation, and he said no.
Did you say Wilson Phillips?
I said that, yeah.
I said
Hold
that
on
to what
for
we
one
got
more
yesterday.
That's the
day.
second time today.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
Hold on for
Could have gone this
day.
route.
I know that there's pain.
Oh,
know what I mean?
this doesn't work. Never mind.
Russell Wilson, Jalen Phillips? Okay, very good. What else you got?
What's that, Jay?
That's a hold, but
Okay,
hold's
whatever.
not created right.
No, it's not
Whatever.
good.
Okay.
Guys, did you see
Braveheart.
Super Bowl 60, as we know, is going to be in the Bay Area, up there at Levi Stadium. They just finished over $200 million in renovations. Last time the two teams had played in the Super Bowl there, Broncos and Panthers.
Yes, sir. Super Bowl 50.
Is it more likely the Broncos win a playoff game or the Panthers win the NFC South?
Oh, I'll take the Broncos win a playoff game. You know, I'm high on the Panthers. I had them number 3 on my top 5 sleeper team list for 2025. But win the division, that's a tall order, Nordberg. The Broncos making the playoffs and winning a playoff game, that I believe is more likely. Don't forget, man, Tampa's continuing to run it back.
I
And these
know.
guys might get longer in the tooth, but they still ball out.
Yeah, Mike Evans a year older. Chris Godwin coming back from
I
injury.
got it. I understand that. But I still think the Bucs are the team to beat in their division. And I think the Broncos can absolutely make the playoffs and win one this time. That's for sure.
Couple of tight ends in the news this week for switching teams, and one of them getting back into it. Who's a tight end in the new spot you'd rather have in fantasy this year?
Jonnu.
Jonnu Smith or Darren Waller?
Darren Waller. You take Darren Waller?
Yeah.
Look what Jonnu did last year
I saw that.
in Miami.
I know that.
With Other Smith, he's got, about 500 yards in
I
the
know.
3 years. You
This
know what I mean?
guy
Not too
over there.
long. I just come with
You
facts. That's all.
love,
I come with
you
facts.
love your Arthur Smith slagging. You love it.
Well, hasn't been great.
I understand.
Why?
Darren Waller, year off. You're going to throw him in there and you're going to take him in fantasy? When are you taking him?
Late.
Flyer late.
Late.
Flyer late.
gotta understand.
Like around the kicker defense part? Because
Yeah,
he'll be
sure.
sitting there.
I think so.
He'll be sitting there.
Good value.
Value. I mean, look, you got to understand, Jonnu, he's going to be competing with Freiermuth. He's going to
For
be
balls.
competing with Washington. They got the Mount Washington at tight end.
DK Metcalf.
And I'm just talking about
guys.
the tight end
I know, but
position.
I'm
I
saying
think
he's
Jonnu's
like
going
way
to be
down
in
the
like
list.
he's going to be in a wide receiver position sometimes, and Rodgers will find him. Aaron Rodgers will find him. So what else?
He has a nice, history with tight ends.
Right.
All right.
So.
Okay.
Okay, very good.
All right, a few NBA ones here. We've been talking about these guys a lot, and it doesn't seem like they're going to stick around in their current spots. Who's the NBA great to have a new team next year, LeBron or Giannis?
Oh, I'd go LeBron more than Giannis. I mean, you just heard Mannix sit here say, he wants his money. LeBron wants his money. He's not going to go ring chase for some mid-level extension.
No.
LeBron James is many things in this world, but he's no mid-level extension man. Like, he is not going to be like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I've got $50 million coming in. I am $1 billion person,
Yeah,
right?
I don't need that.
Like, what's more likely? He's a billionaire or he's not a billionaire?
I think he's a billionaire.
Okay, with a B, right? And even with all that money in the world, for him to say, you know what, I want one ring so badly before I get out of Dodge and figure out what my next highly successful career is.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I'll take somebody's mid-level exception. No. That's just not what he's going to do.
Yeah, you even like double, and it came back to me. You're like 15, 1-5?
That's right. I'm like, I thought because like he's making 50 now.
Right.
He would do 1-5.
So he's going to opt out of 50 for 1-5?
So it could be Houston's mid-level exception.
Yeah.
Dallas's mid-level exception. No. He's LeBron friggin' James. But I don't know if Giannis is ever going to leave the Bucks. I don't know, man.
Seems like he would have left by now already.
Well,
right?
at this, John Horst is doing everything year in and year out to make sure that never comes to pass. Hey, Giannis, look at me. I'm doing something aggressive for you. By the way, he said wave and stretch.
Wave and stretch.
Wave and stretch sounds like something you do to warm up, right? Yeah, you're waving, stretching,
like
right? That sounds like what I do. That's what I'm going to do to
the golf course.
the American
Get
Century
ready.
next year. I'm
You're
going to
just
wave to everybody and stretch. But I like the stretch and cut, right?
Yeah.
That's like a Larry David thing.
The curb move.
Oh, let me grab a plate. How are you doing? Like getting in on line. That's a stretch and cut. Okay. What else?
You mentioned the Rockets, Rich. Is it more likely the Knicks win more games next year with Mike Brown or the Rockets win more games with Kevin
The
Durant?
Rockets had how many wins last year?
They were one apart. They were 52. The Knicks had 51.
Okay. The Rockets have more wins with Durant next year. I don't know. Jordan Clarkson might be the man, huh? Mike Brown might be the guy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, there's Knicks fans are sitting in Madison Square Garden and say, wait a minute, this guy was on the team? He's getting minutes? Who's this person?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was on the team. Yeah, he's been there for 6 years. Last time he got minutes was when Thibodeau was on the Timberwolves.
The Knicks got a former two-time coach of the year, and people are complaining about that.
That's because nobody thought that was the guy when they got rid of their guy. That's why. And
Who
then they
did
go,
you think? Phil Jackson was gonna come back?
Excuse me. When they fired, just once again, for the people in the back, outside in the parking lot, where somebody's car keeps on honking their horn or whatever.
Not today. It hasn't.
During interviews.
It hasn't gone off.
Yeah.
Right. It's about to.
So when the Knicks fired Thibodeau and then knocked on the doors of all the franchises that told them to pound sand, or according to Shams, F off,
Excuse
and
me.
hung up the phone.
Scarlett is not here today.
All of that machination, nobody thought the entire time it's going to be Mike Brown. So with all due respect to all the rings he had as an assistant and his coach of the year resume twice over, to basically say, here's our new coach, it's going to be a letdown. Even though, as I said, nobody, when the Yankees fired Buck Showalter, after they had finally gotten back to the playoffs for the first time since the early 80s, thought, oh, let's fire him for Joe Torre. So Mike Brown is an opportunity. We shall see, but I'm going with Durant right
here. If there's
here.
one person out there who in their group chat wrote, Mike Brown, exclamation point, LFG. Send it to me.
Right. So
it doesn't exist.
It's not that exciting, but it can be highly successful. I'm not sitting here and thinking it's a bad move in that regard. You got one more over there?
Yeah. Is it more likely we see another 3,000 strikeout pitcher in our lifetime, or Aaron Judge gets to 600 career home runs?
What are the numbers? Who's closest?
All right, so Chris Sale needs a little under 500 Ks, but he's,
he's also
older and
130
and
pounds
frail.
soaking wet.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And Garrett Cole is about 750
and coming off of Tommy John.
Coming off of Tommy John. Everyone else is.
And Judge is what are his numbers? I don't have his Hall of Fame card.
So
in front of me.
Judge career homers.
346.
Yeah, 346.
Oof. Man, my heart wants to say Judge, but
And Judge is 33.
I would go Sale or Garrett Cole do it. So if Cole comes back stronger than ever, has a couple of 2 or 3, 4 terrific seasons, he could do it.
You could get close. You could sniff it. You could sniff it.
Stanton has 430. Does he get to 500?
Oof, I don't know. It'd be cool. He's a good guy, but
Who?
Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton?
Stanton.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think he will. I mean, he finally hit one out last night, and it was a great comeback for the Yankees until Devin Williams dirted one of his airbenders. It was more of a ground bender with a runner on third. It's a go-ahead run. Great idea. What else,
I
Chris?
think we need one more.
Oh,
my
sure.
God.
All right.
Guys, as we know, tomorrow is the 4th of July.
Oh.
And guess who's back? Joey Chestnut is back.
Okay.
After missing last year with a controversy with the Nathan's people, the all-time hot dog king is back. So what's more likely to be the higher total? Hot dogs consumed by Joey Chestnut tomorrow, or the winning score at American Century, which presumably will not be by you, Rich.
The winning score, meaning...
The highest point total. So last year, Marty Fish won with 83, and Joey Chestnut's record for hot dogs is 76.
Yeah, I will go the American Century champion. The American Century Championship champion will devour the winner's check with a higher total than Joey Chestnut. It'll definitely be far more aesthetically pleasing to watch the American Century Championship.
Marty Fish's swing
Yes.
is much prettier than
Right.
whatever Joey Chestnut's
And I just
got
hope
going on.
on one of my 4 cracks at 17 in the Pro-Am Thursday and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday rounds, I will not be dipping anything in the water
Let's hope not.
before eating it. All right, very good. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.